Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details. We're jumping right in with the new Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Rapid Decon Wheel Cleaner and Iron Remover. We're working on my friend's pickup truck that he admits that he actually neglects it. He doesn't do a whole lot to maintain his vehicles. When I saw these tires and wheels, I thought this would be the perfect test vehicle for these products, so let's take a closer look. And no, I do not have this in time lapse. That is real time. Look how crazy that reacted to that amount of brake dust. In the time it took for me to put my phone down to filling up my bucket with soap, this is the reaction we're getting. I've actually never had a reaction like this with a wheel decon or an iron remover before. So I was kind of geeking out. This is very impressive. And when we hit it with the high pressure rinse, you can see all of that immediate surface dirt was blasted right off. So it did a great job of removing a lot of that surface dirt. We got the wheel cleaner. It's childproof. Push down and rotate. That's actually really nice to have. Gloves back on. So next up, we're going to test out the new HyperFoam wheel cleaner and tire prep. I really wanted to see the capabilities of this tire cleaner on a pretty neglected tire and wheel. Now these are newer tires, but they haven't been cleaned yet. And they do claim with the solution that it can go after light iron deposits in comparison to the Rapid Decon wheel cleaner and iron remover. You could see that was super aggressive, had instant reactions to all the iron deposits that were on the vehicle. Being that this is a pinkish, purplish formula, I wasn't really seeing a whole lot of reaction on the wheel, but you could see on our tires it was doing a fantastic job of going after that browning that was on the tire. The wheel barrels, it wasn't the most aggressive cleaner. I was getting some of the dirt out of the wheel barrels, but there was a lot of very caked on brake dust just from neglect. It didn't do a fantastic job of loosening that dirt, but on our wheel surfaces, it did give us great foaming capabilities, which that's going to give you safer cleaning, and it did remove a lot of the surface dirt, brake dust, etc. that I wasn't able to get off with just high pressure rinse alone. So we're going to go ahead, just finish doing our detail cleaning, give this a rinse, and see where we're at. I'm not gonna lie, it smells like a perm. Let's see if we get any more reactions after cleaning. And let's see if we have any more browning after cleaning. Definitely a permy smell. It's not an eggy smell, it's just a permy smell. If you've ever had a perm, you know that when that smell is stuck on your head for a very, very long, extended period of time, it's not super pleasant, having flashbacks to being 7, but it's not bad. I can see a little bit of browning here, but honestly, most tire cleaners, when they've been neglected like this, you're going to have to go around the tire 2 or 3 times to remove all of that browning. So that doesn't mean that it's not working. It just means it's a really dirty tire. Now, most tire cleaners that I use kind of have a brown foam, and then as it gets clean, you're going to have a white foam. But because this is a pink solution, it's kind of hard to tell. I would imagine then you would just have kind of pink foam. But the fact that we still have kind of this brownish foam going on means that we just still have a pretty good layer of dirt. Definitely not as dark as it was when we first scrubbed it. Here's our tire. You can see just some very minor reactions, nowhere near what we had before. Our inner wheels, they're really neglected. I wasn't expecting it to be mint. You can only do so much when a vehicle's been neglected. Let's give it a rinse. So this is kind of how I test how clean a tire is. So what does that say to me? It's not a super aggressive tire cleaner. We'll test it out side by side versus maybe a dedicated tire cleaner. These were pretty heavily neglected, so you have to take that into consideration. We did get a lot of the browning off. Should I continue to use this to go after some of the browning or tire bloom that might be going on? I could. I don't want to waste a whole lot of product though. I might just use a dedicated tire cleaner. Did a great job on the wheels. The wheel iron remover did a fantastic job of showing us that reaction. You could see after we rinsed it off, even just kind of spraying that chemical decon on there, it did remove a good bit of the light contaminants that were on the surface, and that way when I went to clean it, it wasn't as dirty. So by itself, it does do a decent job of loosening dirt. I wouldn't say it's a dedicated, deep cleaner by itself. You still want to do some contact. And as you can see, our tire cleaner, I wouldn't say it's dedicated. If a vehicle's been maintained and it's not necessarily to this condition, I would say it would do a decent job of cleaning your tire. But maybe on a more neglected tire and wheel, you might want to use a dedicated tire cleaner. But the wheel cleaner did a fantastic job. But as you can see, we still have a lot of deeper dirt within our inner wheel barrels, that even if I just come in here with a rag and just agitate it, it's doing a decent job of getting that up. So for a wheel like this, I would probably recommend more of an acid-based wheel cleaner just to try to go after some of that chemical that has stained the inner wheel barrels. But the surfaces look nice and clean. That's just kind of my first glance at these products. So would I recommend these products to the professional detailer? The Rapid Decon Wheel Cleaner and Iron Remover, for the fact that it is $15 for 23 ounces, the smell is extremely tolerable in comparison to other products that are on the market, and you can see just how effective it is at going after the iron deposits that are on the surface. Makes it a winner in my book. I'm excited to test it out on painted surfaces. We have a couple vehicles coming up that we can test that out for you, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for those videos to see if this is an effective product to prep for ceramic coatings. Now, the HyperFoam wheel cleaner and tire prep. I would say that this is more ideally suited for a well-maintained tire and wheel surface. If you're working on something that's been more neglected like I am, although satisfying to watch, you're going to end up spending a lot more time and energy as well as a lot more product to get the deep clean results that you're looking for. I would definitely use more of a dedicated acid-based cleaner for the wheel barrels, but our wheel surfaces, it did a great job of cleaning them quickly and effectively. Our tires, I would probably go a third, fourth round before applying a coating, and they did send me their tire spray coating, but I didn't feel like the surfaces were prepped enough for me to test that product out properly. Customer had to take their vehicle, so I was a little bit on a time crunch. But 2 rounds with our tire cleaner, you can see we're still getting browning, but it did a great job. If you're applying a standard dressing, and I'll show you that finished look now, it did do a fantastic job, and they looked great once they were dressed. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you think about the new products from Turtle Wax. Thank you to Turtle Wax for sending them to me to test out. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.